You're wearing a Yellowstone shirt.
Yeah, I bloody love Yellowstone, yeah.
I love that show. I'm obsessed with it. At the minute, we haven't talked about this, have we?
Have you
Jesus
watched the
Christ.
prequel shows?
No, I haven't. Are they good as
They
well?
are on another level. They are so much better than the main line
Really?
show. They're so good, yeah. Particularly the first one, 1883. It's only like 8 episodes, but it's
Yeah.
incredible, start to finish. Yeah.
My God.
I didn't know you were the market for like buying certain clothes on like merchandise for a TV show. That's pretty wild. That is, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
bloody love it.
But it all makes sense but we should say, Jack and I both received our invites, or save the date invites,
Yeah.
to James's and T's wedding next July. So that
You
was
go,
really
Rob.
lovely
I
to
might not
receive.
go. I don't really like James, to be fair.
Well, I'm hoping it's a guaranteed way to book a job, isn't it? Genuinely, when you've got a sort of commitment like that long term, you normally get a job. So thanks ever so much, James, if we can't be there. And
Rob, that is such a good show. That is
Sod's
such a
law,
good
isn't
show.
it?
Where
That
did your
always
like?
happens, yeah.
It does, doesn't it? Where did your cowboy obsession? Because I'm linking. We had cowboy boots on the wedding invite. I know we've seen you
Did
line
you
dancing
fall off
before.
a horse when you were a toddler?
No. Well, I when I was younger, about 9 or 10, my granddad taught me guitar, and he taught me through country music like Johnny Cash, and I've just loved it since then. And then when I got together with my partner T, she discovered country music, and now she's obsessed with it as well, and we just love it.
Oh my God, that's great. So will
What
there
do
be
you like
a
about country
hoedown
music,
line dance
James?
at the wedding?
There will be a little line dancing, yeah.
What do you like about country music, James?
Well, I mean, the actual good stuff, I quite like the songwriting, and a lot of it is just extremely positive. Like a lot of them is
Yeah.
it's just a fun time, to be honest. Most country music, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, no, it's
You
really relatable for a white middle class male from Brighton. It's really good.
know? I'm not middle class. I'm just gonna put that there.
You didn't like
Although
that.
I am white.
Uh, um, tell you what, I downloaded a track that was used in Yellowstone, which is so good, called Mercy.
Yeah.
Do you know that track by?
Begging
what's
you
the
for
artist?
birdseed. Yeah.
Not Duffy's 90s or 2000 hit, but Mercy by a American artist. She's got quite a story. What's her name? Do you know, James?
I don't off the top of my head. Just let me quickly Google it, and I'm gonna.
By Mary Gautier, who has a real life. She was a former drug addict.
Oh, yes.
And
Yeah.
there's a song called Mercy, which is really beautiful, and it was used. There's a bit of style, not dissimilar to Stage Door Athletic,
Go on.
in Yellowstone, where it kind of always ends with a song that's kind of just underplaying a theme that had happened in
Bit Holmes under the hammer.
It's a bit. We are totally Holmes on the. Do you know what I think we should do? Should we create like an Apple Spotify playlist of all the songs that have appeared
Yes.
in Stage
That's a
Door
great idea,
Athletic
yeah.
episodes,
Legit.
just for real keen fans to go back?
What was the one where I wasn't here and you played that like it was like a GCSE like song?
Jack, won't you come back?
What the hell was
Miss you,
that?
Jack. I mean, it was really
Good though.
but we have to talk sport because
Yes.
we've been a bit neglectful of this Theatre of Sport podcast recently to talking about sport. But oh my God, what a drama last night. Talk about Theatre of Sport. It was amazing, wasn't it?
It was amazing. We're obviously talking about Rory McIlroy finally completing the Grand Slam and winning the Masters at apparently I've just read the 17th time of asking.
Yeah.
And the 14th time since he blew it in 2011. So yeah, I mean, talk about ups and downs. The plot changed. You didn't know where it was coming or going. Was he going to win it? Was he not? Thank God Bryson DeChambeau didn't win it because I really don't like Bryson DeChambeau at all.
No, I don't either. Although
But
it's quite hot.
Is it? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, but luckily Justin Rose was up there to take him to the wire into a playoff. So it was best of both worlds. Whoever was going to win it, but finally Rory McIlroy managed to banish the ghosts of 2011. Finally complete his Grand Slam. He's not fucking Fat Sam's Grand Slam. But yes,
Talk
fantastic
about
from Rory.
emotion pouring out the body. I
yeah.
mean, the tension and holding stuff in. And then when that playoff 18th hole was downed, the release of years of emotion and aspiration and ambition and desire all just poured out. And it was really quite something to see. It's amazing when people say, I don't like golf. I sat there from his first round. In fact, I sat there from before his first round, from about 7 right through to half midnight.
Yeah, me too.
compelled.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic all the way
Yeah.
through, the twists, the turns, and like the backdrop of the National at the Augusta National. It's such a beautiful place just to sit and watch golf. Well, we need to go, Rob. I would love to go to the Masters.
It would be incredible. But Rory mentioned it in his speech at the end. No phone policy on the course. And so he just said everybody is really present. There's no filming. There's no everyone sort of like just watching through the screen. They're all there immersed. And I know some people are like, oh, I don't get golf. I don't see the point. And I totally understand why you might think that. But it was one of the most it's probably one of the greatest moments in sporting history. I think it's up there
totally.
with the Federer Nadal moment, just because of
I
the
agree.
twists and turns. But there was great footage of the classic scoreboards there at Augusta, where
So good.
people sat on other greens waiting to see what would happen on other holes, because again, they're not all pinned to their phone. They're all eyes on the scoreboard. The little holes go dark as they remove the little pull down thing, replace the score, it goes back up, and the whole crowd roars at a birdie or intake of gasps as he bogeyed things. That's just great drama.
It is
Were you
great,
watching
great
it,
drama.
James, as well?
I didn't. I was watching Clash of the Titans at the time, but I was reading your guys' play-by-play as we were watching it.
Fair enough, Jimbo.
It did, to be honest, it did sound like tense sport. I do kind of wish I watched it now.
Yeah.
It's pure theatre, and the script was just brilliant. The script writers upstairs absolutely nailed it. And people who don't like golf, there still has to be a sense of admiration, because I think it's the most individually taxing sport out there, in my opinion. Snooker probably comes close. Obviously, darts is very precise as well. But I just think with golf, the pressure that man must have had on those last two holes would have been absolutely... I don't think anyone would have ever felt anything like that before.
Well, you saw it play out, didn't you, when he chipped into the creek?
Yeah.
You know, like, he had the whole green to aim at, and it was just a crazy moment. And that's just, I mean, that was poor decision making as well, and lack of clarity that is a consequence of just having your brain scrambled in that moment.
But then I think what's more impressive is that 2 or 3 holes later, he played one of the best high hooks I've ever seen on a golf course.
Yeah. Was it the 16th when he whipped it round
he literally,
right to left?
You've got like 2 or 3 boughs of a tree hanging over, and it was the highest hook I think I've ever seen, and it landed and it dribbled back round to the pin.
Yeah.
How to be able to go from the pressure of fuck, I've just absolutely ruined this. I was 4 shots up and I'm now 1 down, and then to be able to gird your loins, recollect yourself, and play that shot.
Gird your loins.
Gird your loins. Come on, Rory, gird those loins. To collect yourself and hit a shot like that, which is not... Golf is not easy. It's not easy at all. Even the pros are throwing it into, creeks and all that kind of stuff. So for him to be able to do it, it would have been very tense. But very good.
Here's a question for you guys. Some sports, people feel like it's better to be a participant than a spectator, or vice versa. How is golf for you guys? Do you prefer to do it, or is it better to be a spectator?
I always like to do, not watch, mate.
Yeah?
My golf is so bad. I mean, it's not even a question for me. I mean, it's like I'd be playing a totally different sport to what they're playing.
Right.
Yeah.
Obviously.
In fact, there was a great example of it, and we have to talk about this. Åberg, spelt Aberg with a little O above the A in that classic Swedish thing, like Malmö. He, 2 things to say. He got to the 18th, having really just been having a great steady round and almost getting right back into it. And then he played golf on the 18th like I played golf.
Yeah, he
when
did.
He saw
Ping
when he putted and it went way past the hole, and then he had to put back and it went almost back to where he'd hit it the shot before, and he did that 3 times, and that's how I put on a green.
He had a fucking meltdown, man.
He really did. And what's so annoying is I backed him to finish in the top 5 each way. He was my bet to win
The
it.
last hole!
And he was in the top 5 all day until the last hole, and because of those put, he went to 6th.
Yeah,
and I
he
was
did.
just like, why can't I just win something like that? Why did that have to happen?
How much
of
did you
all
put
the
on?
drama of the day, I had £2.50 each way. He was 20 to 1. So like, if he'd have
Well,
won,
that'd
I'd have
have
won
done,
80
yeah.
quid. If I'd have won, I'd have got 20 odd quid plus myself. Just a nice little reward for my instinct, like pulling him out of the pack, thinking this is my guy this week. Why did that have to happen? Why
I've
can't I be
known.
lucky sometime?
I don't know if you know
Blew
about
my
this, but
mind,
when I
that.
was about 15, 16, I actually lived in Sweden for quite a time and met a professional golfer. So we're quite good friends, and I text him saying, "Can you just like fluff the last one because Rob's got 250 on you, mate." So it was my fault. Sorry.
You're friends with Oberg?
Yeah.
You met a Swedish golfer or you met him?
I met Oberg.
Did you? I
Yeah.
was thinking that's such a tenuous story. You actually met him?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I just wanted you to
No.
fail.
Oh my god. Weirdo.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Why have you got Lauren on your mug?
It's Lawrence. It was a friend bought me it when I got into Corrie.
Lawrence. Oh.
Okay, so I mean, the Masters, great sporting theatre, as you said, in a great sporting arena as well, with twists and turns, and so compelling. 5 Live or Sky?
Sky.
Yeah,
Sorry. I mean, it's a travesty that it's not on the BBC anymore.
yeah, that
in
is
my
a shame.
humble opinion. But that's Rupert Murdoch's fault and Sky Sports. Fuck, we hate Sky Sports, but there's nothing else you can do. You
Coverage
want
is
to watch
great.
it, so you just have
Well,
to watch
I
it.
synced the pictures with the 5 Live commentary for the last hour,
Oh, well done, yeah.
and because obviously 5 Live are basically sending people to Augusta to watch the TV screen, so they are basically commentating a lot of the time on the Sky coverage. So I synced the two, and I quite enjoyed that for a little while.
Well, it's one feed, isn't it? It's the Masters feed. You don't get
Yeah.
Sky doing it. It's just one feed,
No.
so anyone can fucking
Yeah,
commentate on it, yeah.
but Nick Faldo, I mean, what a self-obsessed man.
Do you not like him?
I mean, I think actually as a commentator, he's actually really insightful and gives lots, but he
Yeah.
turns every story into something about him.
Well, he's
It's
3 times
really
Masters
amazing.
champion, mate. I don't know if you know
I know.
about that.
He's
I kind of get
vain
that a
man.
little bit, but the way he was reacting to Rory winning it last night was very,
Yeah, that
very
was
quite
great.
sweet,
It was
actually, yeah.
good.
Well, they all just sort of teared up because they know that
Yeah.
how much it meant to him. I mean, Rory hasn't got a particularly good reputation. Apparently, he's not a nice kind of guy to be
Loved.
around. Yeah, he's not loved.
Really.
And I think I can't remember which one of the pundits said it. Might
He's a
be
bit outspoken, isn't he, as well? Like,
Yeah.
and I think people that
His
alienates
private
people.
life has been a
even
bit
though he's
tough as
stood up-
well.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah. And I think he's probably carried a lot, but you can't take away what happened to him last night. I
No,
mean,
amazing.
that is an unbelievable amount of courage, bravery, calmness under pressure. It's unmatched in any other sport, in my opinion.
A proper moment of sporting history, and it's great when you around those things you feel it. I remember feeling it a little bit watching Shane Warne sometimes, feeling this is the greatest spin bowler of all time doing extraordinary things. I felt it with Federer and Nadal at times, thinking we're lucky to be seeing one of the most iconic,
These are the best.
two of
yeah,
the most
best of the
iconic
best.
tennis players of all time, and Serena Williams. And I feel like watching that was like a moment of history, sporting history.
There probably won't be another Grand Slam. What is wrong
Grand
with me?
Slam.
Grand Slam.
That's
Grand Slam.
I
No, I don't think there'll be-
text you about Laura.
What's her last name? Davis.
Detection Laura Davis looks like a rectangle. She wears those padded shoulders, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And it just really squares her up.
To which my reply was David Byrne from Talking Heads in his big suit.
You said the picture, that was a classic one. I needed light relief at that point because it was getting very tense.
Bless her. Yeah. she
Okay,
did.
so that's the Masters. Amazing. bit of
Masters!
fun. No.
Masters.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is, yeah. No, you're right. Okay, you're right to pick me up on that. I am sort of like, I'm preparing an audition for this week and I need to be in RP, so I've definitely been
What's
really
the
trying
audition?
to cut out this. And the other sound that I really struggle with is the sound, as in like, but I have to say the Duke of
But.
Buckingham, and it's really hard because I would say Duke of Buckingham, but it's Buckingham. You know, it's really hard placement. I've always struggled with that with my RP.
But
yeah,
Buckingham.
but.
Yeah, you did say that.
But in other news, because I know listeners will be very keen and probably know this already, Great Britain curling. Oh my God, what a few weeks they've had.
What's happened, Rob?
It's been amazing.
As you see.
The Scottish team who represent Great Britain have won 4 out of 5 Grand Slam events this season. Never been done before. The
Grand
fifth,
Slams or Grand
the Grand
Slams?
Slams. The fourth of which was yesterday. But the week before, they became world champions, beating Switzerland in the final and beat Sweden, who beat them in the last Olympics in the semi-finals. So this is great news for the world's best sport, curling. We're really coming to dominance, and you know, less than a year to go now until the next Winter Olympics in Milan. This has got to bode well. It is good.
I
isn't it?
love how much you love the curling.
Oh my God, it's so
I absolutely love
great.
it. I'm so here for it.
Yeah.
What was the celebrations like when they won? Did you watch it live or did you watch any
Well,
highlights?
they held brooms aloft.
Did they go fucking mental? Just hitting each other with the brooms, like just going crazy, like belly slides on the fucking ice and all that kind
Yeah,
of shit.
that'd be great. So
do that.
congratulations to Bruce Mowat and the team. Very, very good. Also, we just need a quick catch up on the championship
No, we
title
don't.
race.
No, we don't. We don't, do we? We don't need to do that, do we, Rob?
Is that
Nobody's
because Leeds are
interested.
top again?
No, well, it's. I don't mind you. I don't begrudge you that. It's just that Albion are fucking shit. We're
Do you
rubbish.
think the playoffs are done?
Yeah, that's done. That's finished. That was over weeks ago. We're crap. Go on, talk about Leeds.
Well, it is an absorbing league, isn't it?
Yeah, let's be honest.
It really is. The
one of the
twists
best
and
leagues in the
turns
world,
that have happened recently, it really is. Because, only a few weeks ago, Leeds went on a kind of self-sabotage drawing streak, which dropped us down to third place. But good few results, slip-ups from Sheffield United.
Slip-ups? Sheffield
backed up.
United have, pooed themselves. I don't understand where that's come from. They've just defecated themselves everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
And Chris Wilder, his behaviour at Plymouth this weekend.
That's
Fuck you
tension
playing
again,
at,
isn't
you
it?
dick. But yeah, some people...
Leeds now just need 7 points from the remaining 4 games. 7 from 12 points available. Plus, Sheffield United and Burnley play each other on Easter Monday. Obviously, some points are coming off one of them. We've just got to hope it's either a Burnley victory or a draw, just to help Leeds with Championship.
The one thing I'm having a real problem with, I can give you an Albion update quickly if anyone's really interested. We've blown the playoffs because we lost 3 on the bounce. Norwich, Sunderland, then Bristol. Losing all 3 of those, out. It's gone. It's done.
Yeah.
We need to win the last remaining 4 games. We've got Coventry away on Friday, Easter Friday, whatever it's fucking called. Good Friday.
Frank Lampard's Coventry.
It ain't going to happen. Yeah, Frank Lampard's Coventry. So we ain't going to win that. So we've been really poor. The squad hasn't been good enough. The way we play football just hasn't been good enough in terms of the style we're playing. And Adam Armstrong, if I see him picking up the ball at right wing back one more time, I'm going to fucking implode. Tony Mowbray, great bloke, but we haven't got any money and he's not the guy to take us to the Premier League. Anyway, the main point I was going to say about the Championship is it's going to be exactly the same thing next season. Leeds, Burnley, either Sheffield United or Sunderland, in my opinion, will win the playoffs. They'll go straight up, they won't spend enough, or they'll spend not very wisely, and they'll go back down again. The gulf between the Premier League and the Championship is too much. Namely,
the spending
it's just not good
possibility
enough.
is now
The
too much, right? Because of the financial fair play.
Financial
they
fair
can't come
play,
up and
yeah.
splash the cash. So, you're reliant on your current squad, you're reliant on income and some good results, and you're relying on another club messing up, aren't you?
So the FFP rules, that makes total sense, right? But they haven't changed the parachute money for the teams that get relegated. So when they get relegated from the Premier League and they're now back in the Championship, the EFL, they have an unbelievable amount of money because those parachute payments are just loads and you get them for 5 or 6 years. So the rest of the league that haven't been, like Albion, for example, we haven't been in the Premier League for 5, 6 years, so we haven't got any parachute payments. And we're just getting more and more cut adrift from the Burnley, the Sunderland have done well. Burnley, Leeds, Sheffield United, it'll be Leicester, Ipswich, and fucking Southampton again. It's just rubbish. It's really, really poor. The golf is crap. So
It is. But you look to the bottom of the Championship, that's equally really, really intriguing. If Jason Mohammed's Cardiff down there in third from bottom, so with a chance to stay up. They've all got a chance to stay up, actually. And Plymouth Argyle, who beat Sheffield United, who sit bottom currently, Leeds go to Plymouth on the last day of the season. So Plymouth could be fighting for their life and Leeds might need some
fighting like beavers, as Chris Kamara would say.
So that is tough. Also, just a quick word on Bradford City, because obviously I went to that game with Beanie and Bob. They sit second in League One and slightly sabotaged themselves to go top last week.
Have you seen Walsall, their plight in that league?
Yeah.
Walsall were top for 120 days and they've lost 7 or 8 on the bounce. They are awful. Talk about capitulation and pooing themselves under pressure.
Yeah.
Not great.
It's really tight there. Port Vale are leading, and then Bradford City and Walsall, and then obviously it's all tight as well, including AFC Wimbledon in the playoffs, who we went to that game down there. So that's really interesting. And then you've got Wrexham, who might come up again.
Yeah, they're going to come up to the champs.
I mean, that's crazy, isn't it?
That is crazy. And if they get promoted, it's just fucking. I hate the Championship because we're still in it, but it is fun to watch. Anyway, enjoy the Premier League next year, you dick.
I've got some football-related news that the
Oh,
chef
yeah.
at work told me.
Yeah.
And it's a question. Can you guys tell me which football club is the only team in the top 4 English football leagues to have been all 91 other teams?
Wow.
I would go with someone who's been through the leagues historically, so like a Villa or
I was going to go Aston Villa.
Everton.
Incorrect.
Everton have been in the Premier League in the top division for
Oh,
100
sorry,
in
yes,
the
that's
Super
right.
League, so
Yeah,
not them.
that's-
Villa have done as well, a lot as well.
Preston North End,
Great shout. No.
Incorrect.
Bolton.
No.
We're in the right part of the world.
West Brom.
Let me just look up where they are exactly. I've got the answer, but I'm going to
Oh,
Google.
it's such a great question.
Well, that is a great
Um,
question.
I
They
mean,
are
Man
in-
United.
They're not far from Liverpool and Manchester in
Oldham.
roundabouts
Oldham.
around the UK. Incorrect.
It's one of those classic clubs.
One more guess each. I'm going to
Blackburn?
go. Incorrect.
Okay, I'm out. Go on, Rob.
Ooh, one more get. I mean, Stoke,
No, the answer is Port Vale FC.
Port Vale.
Ah, fair play.
Yeah,
were very close
one of
with
the
Stoke.
founding clubs. Yeah. Good, great question. Thanks,
Great
James.
question.
Very, very
Thank
good.
you very much, James.
Great. Really, really great to hear that.
Really
I
good
love
shout.
this. I really love this time of year. It really gives me a bit of nostalgia thinking back. As a kid, I always remember thinking, this sort of April into May time, you've got, obviously, the Grand National kicked us off the other week, which we didn't have a direct discussion about, but really enjoyed watching that, and obviously really good stories coming from that. Then the boat race, which I have to say, didn't even think about this weekend.
I
That has
watched all
lost
of it.
It's irrelevant to me now.
I watched
that
all of it, and it's really sort of
elitist.
yeah, it's really played to the upper middle classes now. It's just
Yeah.
like you go and stand and have pims. There's nothing else about it. I mean,
No.
even the rowers, they're just like fucking hell. You
It
are
doesn't feel like a
vacuous
national
pieces of
event
crap.
like it used to do to me.
No, it's not. It's
It used
very
to be
very.
a real get round the
elitist.
telly job, and you'd pick your team. It just feels totally stupid to me now.
Everybody involved is just very vacuous and not intelligent. I mean, they are
Yeah.
very intelligent because they go to Oxford and Cambridge.
Well, they're all
but they're just not
Americans who
interested.
paid their way to come over and row for one of the universities.
Just have it down a canal. Have it down a canal in Birmingham. That'd be class, man. That'd be good
Oh,
fun.
I'd love that, yeah. But yeah, it used to be Grand National entry, boat race, FA Cup final, Rugby League Challenge Cup into Eurovision and the
Oh, I
Crucible.
can't wait for Eurovision.
Such a great little spell of sport and entertainment.
We can speak about the Eurovision Song Contest because the three of them are West End actors.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
actually a good song.
Yeah, it's
and
quite a
they're
good song.
amazing.
Singers. Lauren Burns got an
great
unbelievable voice.
Yeah. I mean, I think we could scrape a top 10 finish, but
What
That
the
would be great.
fuck just
What's the
happened?
name of our representative?
What are they called?
England? It's a girl group, isn't it?
Yeah. The song's called "What the Fuck Just Happened."
What the hell just happened?
Sorry, it's what the hell just happened?
But I mean, the Maltese song is going to win it.
I haven't heard it. I like the Sweden one.
Serving can't.
I like it already. Yes.
And obviously the word can't pronounced in a Maltese accent sounds different.
Yeah,
It might get banned still, the word, but as has happened historically when these songs have done, the audience will just sing it in the moment and it will just play to their strengths. But yeah, great. We should do it. We did a Eurovision episode last year. Maybe we'll do something upcoming as well. But yeah, great sport all around at the minute. Liverpool obviously going to win imminently. You're a bit out of Premier League.
Let's
Do you
talk.
watch any of the...
Not really. The top Premier League. I mean, yeah, it's been a very poor Premier League this season. It's just not been enjoyable because the bottom three have been crap, and I mean, there's a race for what the top four, but I mean, it's been quite nice seeing Newcastle do better, and it's been very Newcastle and Nottingham do better, and
Brighton's
it's been very
games have
nice.
upset me.
Brighton have been all right, but yeah,
They've not been incredible, have they?
no.
Yeah, but doing, so well. Just to
No,
be
I didn't really.
established.
Yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
size of Brighton is fucking brilliant. But yeah, I mean it's just not been great fun. But the Champions League, on the other hand, let's talk about Declan Rice.
The Declan Rice goals, extraordinary.
Jesus
Amazing.
Christ!
Twice.
What?
The second one was better than the first.
The second one is probably the best free kick I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Absolutely outstanding. So that's coming up this week. Villa have got PSG at Villa Park, which it's just painful to say as a West Brom fan, but hopefully they'll get absolutely pants pulled, so it won't matter. The Champions League this season's been great, and you are right actually. When we get to quarterfinals of the Champions League, when you're huddled in the pub on a Tuesday and a Wednesday night, and you just go and watch random good European football, and they're just
Yeah.
crazy matches, man. Some of them. So
Tip to win
hopefully-
it, I'd say PSG.
PSG by far. They look like one
Yeah.
of the best. They look so energetic, quick. They hunt the ball down. Fair enough, they're playing I'm not saying this biasly, but they're playing not a great Villa squad in terms of European football, but they're still a great team. They made them look fucking average in Paris last week. So we'll see what they do when they come to the heady area and beautiful city lights of, North Birmingham. So that'll be good.
Paris and North Birmingham.
What is
often
this?
Twinned.
What is this shit all? What is this? Why is there so much rubbish around? Why has it not been picked up
Yeah,
yet?
this seems very familiar, like rubbish everywhere.
Rubbish everywhere. It smells.
very good.
So, yeah, what else? What other sports have there been?
Yeah, the only other sport I'd like to just mention, obviously, is rugby league. The autumn test matches between, sadly not Great Britain anymore, between England and Australia announced the 3 tests. First one will be at Wembley, the second will be at the new Everton Stadium, and the third at Headingley in Leeds in the autumn. And I bought some tickets for the October Wembley test to go with my dad and some family friends, which is going to be great. The great news is all 3 are selling fantastically, and they're hoping all 3 will be sell out. That is great for rugby league. And if you're interested, get online and buy some tickets because they'll be great matches. Australia haven't toured Great Britain and played England for I think nearly 5 years, if not longer. These are going to be great matches.
And nobody cares about rugby league. Brilliant. So that's cool. I said anything else and you just bored us for 30 seconds. No, I'm joking. That's really good. And I'd like to go to a rugby league game. Maybe I'll get a ticket.
You should come. It'd be great.
Come next
Or
to me.
if you fancy a little trip to the Rugby League Challenge Cup final on June the 7th, that's also an epic day out, Wembley. I'm half thinking about going to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Depends how much the tickets are. I haven't got any money because there's no acting work. Should we talk about acting at any point?
No, I need to go and do some more auditions, guys.
How are they going?
Yeah, it's tricky. Cast 6 of the 7 actors, and they've all accepted, which is great news. A lovely company. Still on the trail for a great Lady Macbeth. Got quite a specific ask, and so
I would not be very good at
a load
Lady
of more
Macbeth.
people this afternoon. So
That's great.
good luck to all those actors. I'm really hoping they bring brilliant stuff into the room.
He's smiling. Brilliant. Cool.
I do. I'm sure all the Lady Macbeth potential actors are absolute dedicated listeners of Stage Athletic.
Yeah, no, they are.
If they want the part, they better
all
be.
all the best there, guys.
Yeah, why don't you just say instead of them to do a speech, just ask them one simple question: have you heard of Stage Door Athletic? If they say
Yeah.
yes, they get the
They're
fucking
in.
part. Yeah.
Yeah, never mind out damn spot,
Yeah, no.
in damn pod.
And on that note, peace out. Have a great week.
Take care, guys.